A pervasive online narrative claims India has transitioned into an authoritarian dictatorship. This idea is a cornerstone for many prominent digital influencers in the country. Creators like Ranting Gola have used this platform to launch extreme attacks against Prime Minister Narendra Modi. These videos often feature language that would be considered actionable in most jurisdictions, yet they remain live and profitable. This mockery extends to national scientific milestones like the Chandrayaan mission, which they characterized as a comedic event rather than a technical achievement, all while operating without any state-level retaliation. A functioning totalitarian regime rarely allows creators to build massive revenue-generating businesses, specifically by insulting the head of state. The limit of this digital freedom was tested when the influencer shifted focus. She published a video criticizing opposition parties, specifically targeting AAP and Punjab's Chief Minister, Bhagwant Mann. Following the release of that specific video, her Instagram account was suspended almost immediately. The influencer claimed the central government was responsible, but the timeline points to a different reality. The actual censorship occurred only after she broke rank with the opposition forces she typically supports. The primary economic argument against the Ram Mandir is that the funds should have been diverted to healthcare. This framing presents religious infrastructure and public services as a zero-sum choice. The Indian Institute of Management in Lucknow analyzed the project to determine its actual impact on the regional economy. To understand the IIM data, we can look at the baseline for global religious tourism. Vatican City, the spiritual center for over 1 billion people, draws approximately 8 to 9 million visitors per year. Mecca, another global spiritual hub, sees an annual footfall of roughly 20 million people. The IIM Lucknow report shows that the Ram Mandir reached 110 million visitors in its first 6 months alone. This volume exceeds the annual visitor counts of the Vatican and Mecca combined. These 110 million visitors represent a localized concentration of people that is currently unmatched in global religious or secular tourism. The temple functions as a driver of massive tourism volume, outperforming global historical baselines within its first year of operation. An influx of 110 million people creates a distinct set of economic ripples throughout a regional economy. This tourism wave drove a 400 crore GST increase, boosting state revenue. This branches into thousands of local jobs to house and feed visitors. Ultimately, local real estate and land prices spiked, increasing 10 to 15 times their previous value. The Mandir operates as a self-sustaining source of public revenue. It generates the tax surplus and wealth that governments can reinvest into healthcare and infrastructure. These influencers ignore the economic data for the same reason they misattribute their social media bans. Admitting these facts would conflict with their primary narrative. The digital environment functions as a filter. Details that challenge a preferred political story are systematically excluded to maintain audience engagement. If a creator acknowledges the Mandir's role in regional wealth creation, they lose the ability to claim the nation is in a state of economic collapse. This reveals a deep hypocrisy. Creators project the label of dictator onto others, while they suppress data and manufacture outrage. When digital influencers prioritize outrage over data, they create a version of reality that obscures economic benefits and the true sources of censorship. Identifying these patterns is the first step toward objective analysis.